Season 3 of Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba has been off to an amazing start, and it's only going to keep getting better. We have seen a lot of new things this season so far, including 2 new Hashira, 2 upper rank demons, and a new setting. But there has been one thing that has continued to be a constant across all seasons so far, especially in Season 3, and that has been Muzan Kibutsuji's intense fear of the Demon Slayers, and especially one Demon Slayer in particular. Hi everyone, my name is TK, and today we'll be discussing the topic of the only man that Muzan Kibutsuji has ever feared, and how that has affected Muzan throughout the centuries. Let's get started. First, I want to put up a spoiler warning, as a few things we discuss will be manga material for those who are following only the anime side of things. Now, to understand why Muzan Kibutsuji came to fear the most powerful demon slayer in history, we first need to look at Muzan's character himself. As we all know, Muzan is the progenitor of all demons in the series, and has been alive for over 1,000 years at this point in time. He has the ability to turn humans into demons, and possesses immense strength, immeasurable speed, and regenerative capabilities that greatly surpass all other demons. He is also a master manipulator with a genius level intellect, being able to control other demons and humans to do his very bidding. But Muzan himself was not always a demon, but became one 1,000 years ago during the Heian era, during an experimental treatment trying to cure his own terminal illness, and ever since then, Muzan had become obsessed with eternal life to erase his crippling fear of death. At this time, being as powerful as he was, Muzan feared no one, including members of the Demon Slayer Corps, who had been around for about 500 years up to this point. Until, of course, he met the most legendary Demon Slayer that had ever lived, Yoriichi Sugikuni. Yoriichi was a member of the Demon Slayer Corps and is the strongest Demon Slayer to have ever lived and the most powerful character in the Demon Slayer series. Being the original inventor of breathing styles, he is known for his exceptional swordsmanship and ability to use the Breath of the Sun technique, or the Hino Kamikagura as we know it today, which is the most powerful breathing form. Born during the Sengoku era, Yoriichi was a calm, quiet, and kind child that never showed any malice or anger towards others, even when he was wronged. This fact, coupled with his exceptional and peak physical strength, as well as his innate swordsmanship skills, made Yoriichi Sugikuni the absolute perfect counter to Muzan Kibutsuji's ruthless nature, strong ego, and inflated self-worth. But what Muzan was not aware of, on top of Yoriichi's high intellect, incredible perception, extraordinary speed, reflexes, and strength, are 3 very unique abilities he possessed that wrote the recipe for Muzan's defeat: the Demon Slayer mark, the selfless state, and the transparent world. Starting with the sort of precursor to the other 2 abilities, the Demon Slayer mark resembles a birthmark on the skin, with each Demon Slayer possessing a unique mark, depending on the breathing style they utilize in battle. The mark has one of several criteria that the user needs to meet in order to unlock it, except Yoriichi, who's the only Demon Slayer to have been born with it. From birth, possessing the Demon Slayer mark has gifted him with many otherworldly abilities, even beyond the truly gifted, including extraordinary physical capabilities, seemingly infinite resistance and stamina, coupled with the ability to turn his Nichiren sword bright red, which gives his blade the ability to hamper a demon's regeneration by generating extreme heat from his very sword. The next ability is the selfless state, which is the mysterious state of being that completely erases a fighter's presence and hides it from their opponent. This includes their fighting spirit, animosity, drive, hatred, will to fight, or even bloodlust. Once a fighter achieves this state, their behavior and demeanor become extremely calm. Yoriichi, always being a very calm individual who rarely showed any outbreaks of anger, is assumed to have always been in this state of being. The third and final ability that Yoriichi was born with was the transparent world. This is a supernatural ocular extrasensory ability that alters a fighter's vision, allowing them to perceive other living beings as if they were completely transparent, allowing them to see the inner workings of the very body itself. Having been born with access to see the transparent world, Yoriichi was able to utilize it to a great degree even as a child, by easily defeating his father's adult sword instructor, striking and defeating him in the blink of an eye. A user takes the advantage of this ability by observing internal vital organs such as lung expansion, bone movement, muscle contractions, and blood flow in order to ascertain how and where an opponent will move, predicting their movements, and with this, they know when and where to attack. After crossing paths with Muzan one day, Yoriichi immediately senses Muzan's violent intent and compares his presence to that of an erupting volcano. Accessing the transparent world, Yoriichi could see that Muzan was like any other demon in existence. The demon lord possessed 7 hearts and 5 brains. Upon seeing this and sensing his presence, Yoriichi immediately knew why and what he was born for: to kill this very man. Muzan originally dismissed Yoriichi since he looked very weak and lacked any notable willpower, hatred, or killing intent that Muzan could detect. He attempts to kill Yoriichi, but the legendary swordsman manages to dodge, sensing that a single blow could kill him. Using the 13th and final form of sun breathing, Yoriichi was able to incapacitate Muzan after only 1 attack. Barely able to hold his head in place, Muzan only glared at Yoriichi with pure anger and rage. As Yoriichi steps forward to finish off the Demon King, Muzan explodes his body into 1,800 total bits of flesh, with Yoriichi only able to cut 1,500 of them. The remaining 300 pieces were enough for Muzan to regenerate and escape. Yoriichi will never meet Muzan again, but the fear and memory of that encounter is what has lasted centuries and has influenced many of Muzan's later decisions. From here on, Muzan developed many mechanisms in order to hide himself from the Demon Slayers, including his personal fortress, the Infinity Castle, as well as utilizing his ability to shapeshift, changing his appearance at will, and he would only send demons under his command to dispatch Demon Slayers, but never himself. Muzan is aware that no Demon Slayer in existence now is a match for him, but a Demon Slayer being born that could bring him to the brink of death again terrified him because it meant bringing him closer to the one thing that he feared more than anything: his very death. This was shown from the beginning of the series, with Muzan having personally killed the Kamado family since he was able to link their family to the sun breathing technique utilized by Yoriichi, passed down through the ages. Throughout the series, we witness Muzan's terror and desperation whenever Yoriichi's name is mentioned or his presence is felt. This fear stems from the undeniable fact that Yoriichi was the only one capable of matching Muzan's strength and posing a genuine threat to his reign of terror. The next time we see this fear is after Muzan meets Tanjiro for the first time. Seeing Tanjiro's Hanafuda earrings, the exact kind that Yoriichi used to wear, sent Muzan spiraling into a fit of panic. Already having decided to never face another Demon Slayer again, Muzan sent Susumaru and Yahaba to kill the man with the Hanafuda earrings, Tanjiro Kamado. This happens once again during the Entertainment District arc when Tanjiro is battling Daki, Upper Moon 6. Having a similar nature to Yoriichi himself, Tanjiro demands to know why human life means so little to demons and how dare they trample on their lives when they can't heal like demons can. At that instant, a memory of Muzan's shoots to the surface of Daki's mind of a man questioning the same thing as Tanjiro before charging forward, sword in hand. She is remembering Muzan's most hated memory. Daki realizes it's a memory of Muzan's and instantly attempts to get some distance between her and Tanjiro, not realizing who the man is. And for where we are currently in the anime, one of Hantengu's clones, Upper Rank Demon 4, was able to see Yoriichi's movements in Tanjiro before he unleashed the powerful sun breathing technique, Sun Halo Dragon Dance Head. But this time, they recognized Yoriichi and knew this was the man who drove Muzan into a corner and that a swordsman that resembled him stood before them. Muzan's fear of Yoriichi, the renowned Demon Slayer, is a tenement to the indomitable spirit and power possessed by the legendary swordsman. Yoriichi's unmatched skill, unrivaled strength, and unyielding determination were legendary even among the Demon Slayer corps. His combat prowess and mastery of the Breath of the Sun technique made him a force to be reckoned with, and Muzan recognized the immense danger that he posed. Despite Muzan's relentless pursuit of power and immortality, he could never escape the lingering shadow of Yoriichi. The mere thought of facing him again struck fear into Muzan's hearts, as he knew that no matter how many demons he created or how long he extended his life, Yoriichi's presence would forever loom over him as a reminder of his mortality. In the world of Demon Slayer, where demons and their bloodlust threaten the very fabric of society, the fear instilled in Muzan by Yoriichi's existence is a testament to the undying power of the human spirit. And it is this spirit, embodied by Yoriichi and carried on by the new generation of Demon Slayers, that will ultimately triumph over Muzan Kibutsuji. Alright everyone, that's it for today. Now that you know why Yoriichi Sugikuni is indeed him, what should I cover next? The backstory of the Love Hashira, Mitsuri Kanroji, or a review of Demon Slayer Mugen Train with the real mascot of the Demon Slayer Corps, Rengoku Kyojuro. Thanks for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. I'll see you next time. 万回千本桜影吉